Guys, it's me. I'm back.
What's up, party people?
We're like, Mads, come on. All right, this show is taking a turn for the. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Monster Bass Live. Wait, we're listening to Radiohead. Why do we gotta do that? Hold on. Can't we just turn it down a little bit? I thought it was my company. Okay. Let's start over. Hold on. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of Monster Bass Live. I'm your host, Rick, and I couldn't be more happy to be here in front of you guys today for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, however much time we want to cut into Burley and Paul's live stream. We're going to do that because we can. No, I don't want to. Oh, no. Yeah, we got a great show for you. I have the pleasure. My guest today is probably one of the top 5 smallmouth anglers on the planet. That's not bullshit, folks. Top 5. And I had the opportunity to fish with him this weekend. You know, most of the time I just get to talk with him. And this time I spent a lot of time on the boat with him. And I'm really excited to share with you what my experience was. And it was definitely a life learning process and something I'll take with me for the rest of my life. But before we get to our guest, I didn't even tell you who he was. Oh my God. Our guest is obviously Travis Manson from Smallmouth Crush. We've got the return of red wine. It's been a while since I've had some, and I feel like today's a celebration. We're gonna have a little bit, and I'm gonna share that with Jared, who's my producer, Rafi, who's in charge of marketing, and myself. And if I was trying to be a gangster, I'd drink out of the bottle of wine, but I don't really want to do that. So you know, as always, we've got the golden tickets. We are giving away a ton of stuff. I don't know what's going on. I'm calling the wrong numbers. Maybe Rafi's writing them down wrong. I'm not quite sure. But nobody's claiming it, and my garage is back filling full of product. I do want to say I do want to make a special announcement to Scott Hughes. I have dropped the ball, my friend. I do apologize. Your rod is sitting in my office, and I have not shipped it. And it's my own fault. I can't blame this on anyone else. The first time I shipped it wrong. The second time I've got it down pat. I talked to my FedEx lady today, and we've got it all straightened. Evidently, you can't just ship an 8-foot piece of PVC because they wonder what's inside, and they start to think it might be something that you can blow up a building with. And so I need to package it and label it I need to label a little differently, so I do apologize. Anyway, as always, we have the pleasure of having the hostess with the mostest, the queen of customer service, Bethany Rudd, on the line here, and she'll be helping you out. If you have any questions, let's be kind to her because she's always kind to you, and she makes your life a little bit easier whenever someone like FedEx or UPS decides not to drop your package off at the front door. Golden tickets. I'm going to get started. If you don't know what the golden tickets are, okay? I don't know what show you've been watching, but we give away a lot of stuff. in the future, we're going to give away a lot more, some good stuff. So if you got a golden ticket, every month we send out a subscription box, so to speak. Maybe it's a bag, maybe it's a box. And it's got a golden ticket, individually numbered ticket that if you've got this number, you're going to win a prize pack. And the first number is L9979I5297. Sounds like map coordinates, but it's really the individual number that's good for you to win some prizes. So hopefully you know that. We just came back from the St. Lawrence River. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have had the opportunity to fish this epic, let's call it a legendary lake. But I had the opportunity to go there, and this is an area of the country where I grew up, right? I grew up in Syracuse. I did the first 2 years of school up in the North Country, and I had a really great time. And to be able to go there and bring the team was really special for me because, it's funny. We flew into Syracuse. It's where I grew up. We drove by the house I grew up in. We got out, took pictures. I told the guys about it. We went to some of my favorite restaurants. We introduced picklebacks to Rafi. We've got some pictures of him.
I introduced picklebacks to everybody.
Yeah. And I showed him how hard it is to spend $100 at the bar in Syracuse because, like, literally you can buy like 30 shots.
You know, I spent over $200 that night.
That's because I don't remember it. I don't know what's going on with the lighting right now, but I look good. Oh, cheers. Okay. Cheers. Who do we got here? I just want to do a quick look here. God, we got some of my favorite people. XB5 is a winner from David. Frank's Fishing. November box sneak peek. It just came in the mail today, so I don't get a chance. Ashley Higgins. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. I do want to say thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday. Last week was my birthday, and we weren't online because we had to travel to Syracuse, and so I just want to say thank you. I had a great day. I went to dinner with my girl and with my son, and we had a ridiculous meal. It was great. But enough about me. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to let's talk about bass fishing. So let's not waste any time. I got one of the, again, I'm going to put him in the top 5 category. I don't know if he's number 1 or number 5, but either way, I mean, you could be Michael Jordan or you could be Magic Johnson. You're still in the top 5. It's pretty damn good company, right? So my guest today, I had the opportunity to fish with, to learn from, and to marvel at the skill level that he has. And quite honestly, to have a really good time. More fun than I thought I was going to have. And so I'm really excited to bring on my guest. He is none other than Smallmouth Crush, Travis Manson. What's going on, bro?
Hello. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, top 5.
Come on, bro.
That's a lot of pressure, dude.
No, you're being silly, please. You know it, but that's okay. I get it.
I mean, I'd like to think that, but realistically, let's go top 60. Top 60.
Well,
because I do the podcast, the Smallmouth Crush podcast every week, and we interview the top, what we consider 52, because it's a weekly show, smallmouth anglers in the country. And these guys know how to catch them. And I've learned so much from that. And it made me realize there's a lot of good anglers out there. And there's a lot of people, out of those 52, there's probably another 250. There's way more. There's so many great anglers out there. And I'm really excited to be part of the show tonight, just to be able to recap our amazing weekend that I had with Monster Bass and being able to hang out with everyone. it reminded me back when I was in corporate America, and you'd go to like I don't know, some type of training course. They put everybody on a jet, and you go to a, a city, and you would kind of go through like a classroom setting, and whether it be sales or
When I
whatever
go,
the case may be. I
keep
lost you there.
no, keep going.
Okay, and that oftentimes back in the day, you would build like some amazing friendships through those types of meetings, having people from different parts of the country come together. And I haven't experienced that in years. And I miss that. If there was one thing I missed about corporate America, it's that working with other people that have the same mindset or the same goals. And I just haven't experienced that. So I've had one of the most, amazing times in quite a while that I can remember. So I needed that. So I just want to thank you, Rick, for putting this all together. It really was pretty cool.
Well, honestly, thank you, but I want to thank you because if I'm being honest, this is kind of like your backyard. Like this is your playground. You love the St. Lawrence, right?
I do.
And when the idea of, so the idea, folks, if you're watching at home, like I had this idea for the hunt for late season smallmouth, and when you think about smallmouth, it's such a different beast when it comes to catching fish, right? Because a 3-pound smallmouth can feel like a 7-pound largemouth, and so there aren't very many fisheries on this planet that produce smallmouth like the St. Lawrence River. And so when I was thinking about like how can I put something together that's not about a product, because the last few times we've gotten together as a team, it's all been product focused. It's been about like the popper, it's been about the Patriot, the Seeker, and creating product videos. And what I wanted to do this time was just get the team together to have fun and show everyone what it's like to be on the team. And so I thought, like, what better than late season smallmouth up on the St. Lawrence? And so when it came to my mind, I was like, well, I got to call Travis because, this is his thing. And so I remember I called you up and we were like, let's do this late season trip. And you're like, heck yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, we got together with Eric and the rest of the guys. And I know the rest of the guys were like, oh my God, like, yes, where do I sign up? And so we had like Paul and Burley. Those guys drove, 14 hours to get there. They left at like 4 a.m. and got there at like 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were ready to go every morning. And, so what was it like when we all showed up and you're like, oh my God, these guys have no idea what they're in for. And it's 40-degree weather. And like, you must've been like, this is going to be a handful.
Well, my concern was the weather and the conditions that we faced. Leading up to, you never know what kind of weather you're going to have in late October, November out there. Leading up to it, things look decent. In fact, it's been such a mild fall. I was hoping for colder temps, maybe not such a drastic change in 24 hours. But the fact that when we woke up, well, if you recall, we were all sitting around the fire the night before in our hoodies, and it was a beautiful, gorgeous night with like zero wind. And literally 4 hours later, we opened the door and it's blowing and definitely cooler temps. So my main concern there was because I realized there's people flying in. I would not be able to do it, especially that time of year, bringing all the gear plus your normal clothes on a flight. And so I knew there was going to be some issues probably as far as staying warm, because the worst thing that can wreck a trip is being uncomfortable on the water. And so that was my main concern. I knew these guys could catch them. I knew we had, the right people and the right body of water, the right time of year that we would be able to get some fish catches. But it was hoping everyone was comfortable when they were out there fishing.
You mean like Rafi?
Well, he struggled a little bit, but you know what?
Struggle.
I cannot believe how hard he fished. It was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So take us through it. So we show up and you know the time of year, the conditions we're facing. What were we throwing and why?
So we actually ended up fishing a few days earlier on that section of the water because I really wanted to hopefully try to get some things dialed in before everybody showed up. But the problem was water temps were still 62. And so for that time of year, a lot of these fish are still transitioning from their summer areas to where they're going to hang out during the fall and winter months. Normally, and the reason why I chose that weekend is normally by that time, 80% of the fish in that 10-mile stretch of the river are now really grouped up in a couple of those bays that we were fishing. And when I practiced, I realized they're not all there. And so we're going to have to work a little harder for these fish, which is fine. But there's a lot of different techniques that could have been used this past weekend up there. But at the same time, when you have someone that's maybe not familiar with that body of water or a lot of different techniques, I wanted to focus on some of the easiest ways to target fish. And for me, especially as a guide, one of the easiest ways is to put a spinning rod in someone's hand and just throw finesse plastics. So we could be talking tubes, drop shotting, Ned rigging, Texas rig baits, even Carolina rigging, just slowing it down and working an area. And that's what we had to do, and it certainly worked. But there was probably multiple different patterns that would have worked out for everybody.
All right. Speaking before we go any further, and I do want to get into the different patterns, and I do want to share the experience. I think we're going to talk a lot about the baits and some of the baits we used, and I'll be honest, it's too hard to create a promo code just on specific baits. So I created a show special. The promo code, you guys ready? Write this down. You ready? All right, the promo code is Crush30, and you can save 30. Is it 30% or 33? 30% off everything in the store. All baits, all bundles, all tackle. Just use Crush30. Let's put it up on the screen so everyone can see it. It's not just off on all baits, it's all store-wide. Don't worry about it. Anyway. All right, so we get there and you pre-fished it. Guys like me didn't have the opportunity. Like, take us through the first day, because we got there and it was for a lot of us, especially guys like Larry Melton, who flew in from Alabama. Yeah, we had him. We had Sam Moore from Minnesota. We had Burley and the boys, and then we had Grubbs from New Hampshire, in the Boston area. Take us through the first day.
So walking out right away to the boat in the driveway, I realized we're up for a little challenge today, due to the fact that the wind was blowing pretty strong. Northwest winds, probably, I'm going to say on the light end, 15. Uh, Probably had some gusts up to 20. And so, unfortunately, the northern side of the river isn't really where these fish are hanging out. They're hanging out on the southern bays, which means that wind is blowing across the river, creating a lot more wind and and things to deal with when you're trying to fish properly right where we need it to be. So when I was out there first thing in the morning, I realized this is going to be a challenge. In fact, I was surprised the amount of fish caught on day one and the sizes. I mean, everyone. I mean, we had 24, 25, 22, 20-pound bags of smallmouth, which is pretty cool. But Rick, you were with me. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't it wasn't like easy at all. I mean, it took some time to get dialed in, and
Yeah.
at the same point, I don't think I was ever dialed in that day. I just somehow we got fortunate to get the right bites, but it was nothing compared
Okay.
to what it
Hold
could
on.
have been.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So for all of you at home that just heard Travis say, somehow we were fortunate enough to get some good bites. He's a top 5 smallmouth angler on the planet. Let me tell you, Jared's telling me I have to speak in. He's a top 5 smallmouth angler on the planet. Somehow, just magically, like we shook the magic 8 ball and we were like, all signs point to yes. No. Travis would literally, like, we'd be sitting there, you know, I'm on the back of the boat, right? Because, you know, I'm on the boat with him, Epic Eric, and myself. So where's my spot on the boat? It's in the back. And so Travis is up there and I'm watching his foot. He's playing like Donkey Kong with his foot as he's moving around our trolling motor. And all of a sudden he'd be like, oh my God, there's a giant. I'm going to catch that one. And he'd be like, phew. And then next thing you know, he's like, fish on. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he did this time after time. So for those of you at home, when he says, I'm not sure how I was never really on, that's like me saying I hit the lottery, okay? He knows exactly what he's doing. The guy is a gangster. And if you don't listen to what this man says, you're missing out on some really serious, important stuff because he knows what the hell he's doing. So anyways, continue about your nonsense.
Okay. So, you know, we started out kind of in a deep transition area. I had you guys in an area that had a series of humps. So if you can visualize, 20-foot depths that'll come up to 8, and then there would be some grass patches, there would be some clear spots. And when there's high sun, those clear spots are really, really easy to find. And that's where these fish are hanging out. They want to be feeding and attacking bait on these clear areas. That section of the St. Lawrence River has a lot of grass growth that goes up 10, 12 feet into the water column. And a lot of it's thick, and it could go on for 20, 30 yards of just thick grass. So you could be making a cast, especially with a finesse bait, and it's not getting down there. It's just kind of laying on top of the grass. So it's really important to have a sensitive rod, to have a good feel of where your bait is at all times down there, when to slow it down. That comes with experience. You have to know how to work that bait properly, and it's not something you can just pick up and learn. It's time on the water being able to do that. And once you get that down, the challenge is now, how do we blind cast basically and try to find these patches of clean bottom that these fish are relating to? And so that's the challenge when you have wind and cloud cover and 3 guys in the boat casting
and moving
direction.
and current. Like,
current.
Let's not forget that, because as a guy, like you told me all these things. You're like, yeah, just cast it out there, drag it along to the bottom, and make sure that you're gonna feel grass, you're gonna feel structure, but differentiate that between that and fish biting. Oh, and by the way, there's current. It wasn't easy. It was pretty difficult.
There's a lot that goes on, to be able to officially, catch these fish. Yeah. But once we got out of that zone, I mean, Rick, you caught them in that heavy current, in that deep side. But then,
sure,
if you recall, we went a little bit shallower, where it was a little bit easier to fish, and I had you throwing a swim bait.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, you're saying I'm a good angler, but you caught 3 of our biggest fish that day. Okay, 3 out of 5 came from you.
Yeah.
On a swim bait.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. Right.
It was pretty cool, and I do owe it to you and Eric, because listen, you put me in the right spot, and you guys both gave me the knowledge I needed, because I've never fished that fishery, right? And that part of that like speaks to the testament of hiring a guide who knows local waters. But part of it also speaks to your skill set, right? Your skill set is, I know this species, I know this water, and I'm going to tell you the things you need to do. And then, a little bit of it's luck, right? Because,
Sure.
but man, talk about an amazing experience. You're right. So,
I feel like once we moved up shallow, we're able to make better contact with the bottom
mhm.
and work some of those areas. And a lot of the guys that were with us ended up fishing super, super shallow,
I just want
anywhere
to,
between 3 and 8 feet of water. And that just seems where they really were grouped up tight in that shallower water.
yeah,
So it's, but there was probably just as many fish still out deeper
yeah,
in that current waiting to move up. I'm talking 20 to 40 feet of water.
yeah.
But I mean, you only have a certain amount of hours in a day, and you have to go with what's working and what your gut tells you. But there there's a lot of different ways to catch those fish.
Sure, sure. Um, what impressed you? All right, first of all, I just want to tell everyone. So Jared has opened the phone lines. So if you've got a question for Travis, whether it's about smallmouth fishing, whether it's about late season fishing tips. Sorry, Jared's yelling at me again. You know me, I don't pay attention. Um, uh, whatever your questions are, phone lines are open. Don't be shy. Listen, I learned a lot sitting in a boat with this guy for 2 straight days, and you can learn a lot just from a single phone call. So don't be shy and call in. Oh, I never did any kind of super chat. Did I? Damn. All right. Every question that gets asked gets entered for a prize pack. I don't even want your money. I just want you to call in and take advantage of the fact that we've got Smallmouth Crush here in the studio. And so call in with your questions. So tell me what, like, so we're out on the water and we did the weigh-in, and I mean, everybody had a pretty good sized bag. What impressed you the most about how everybody kind of stepped up and produced?
I was surprised by the weight because of those conditions. So I was like, Rick, I honestly thought we would blow the field away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not the case, man. We got beat by a couple ounces
Yeah.
by Todd and Larry, but it it just goes to show how many fish are there, and with the right amount of skill level, I mean, if you fish at all, it's you can find a good bag of fish in that river system for sure.
Back up. Yeah, for sure. And if actually we posted a picture today of Larry and Grubbs on our
I know.
Instagram. It's such a beautiful picture, right?
It
Like
is.
you can tell like Sam Moore did a beautiful job of retouching the photo. It's so beautiful. I was telling somebody, I was like, oh my God, if my Instagram feed looked like this all the time, I'd have like 1 million followers.
Yes.
So yeah, Rafi, make sure you tell people that the phone line's on in the chat, because Sean Lai wants some shrimp rangoon, and but he's not going to get any if he doesn't call in and ask for them. So
Yeah, Sean, call in. I see
Yeah.
another comment. Steve's going, how late in the season will those fish stay up shallow? And Steve, I've caught them when water temps are 33, 34 degrees, well into December. So they're in their wintering holes, and everybody, for some reason, people think wintering holes mean deep water. But it just means, I think, having access to deep water quickly, which is what that whole area has to offer. So when the opportunity happens and that grass is still green, which it, for some reason, the grass just seems to stay healthy throughout the year, even once we get colder temperatures, it's still green. Those fish will be hanging out in there well into, until you can't get a boat there anymore. And it does freeze up at times throughout the year, but you can go right back there first thing and ice out, and those fish will be there as well.
What? That's great. That's great feedback. What in your? We got another question here. What's your go-to bait for Gunnersville for smallmouth?
Ooh, well, so Guntersville, I don't have a whole lot of experience there. I fished it a handful of times. I did fish a pretty big regional event there back in the fall this time of year. Smallmouth are a little hard to come by on Guntersville. I know that for a fact. So I wasn't targeting those. I was focusing more on largemouth. I know if I'll give you two answers. Number one, if you wanted to focus on smallmouth on Lake Guntersville right now, I would be heading up towards the top of the dam that flows from, I guess it's Nickajack, and I would be throwing a 5-inch swim bait along any of those rocky banks, steep breaks, as well as any current breaks, and you will certainly have a shot at a smallmouth, but you'll also catch a lot of spotted bass and largemouth, I'm sure. Uh, Generally speaking, Lake Guntersville is world famous, and when you think of Lake Guntersville, you oftentimes think about either early spring, pre-spawn, or of course the ledge bite. So I'm going to answer it two more times. I'm going to say some type of red lipless crankbait in the spring, which is obvious. You can do all the research on that and just see past history. But some type of deep diving crankbait on the ledges during the summer months as well. And we can't forget a frog. I mean, the list goes on and on for Gunnersville. It's a fabulous fishery.
Now, is that a tip that's specific to Gunnersville, or is fishing ledges this time of year something that's prevalent across most fisheries?
It would be prevalent across most of the Tennessee River lakes. However, just if you look at the amount of tournaments that have probably been won over the last 15 years on Gunnersville in, say, the springtime, it would be on some type of red trap or red crankbait.
Red trap or crankbait. All right. Good feedback. What do you say we go to the hotline? I said, what do you say we go to the hotline?
I said.
Yeah. Jesus, Jared, do your job. Travis, I just want to make sure that in your hometown, you guys haven't run out of White Claw. You got a good supply there?
We do.
All right, good stuff. All right, live from Wisconsin.
Travis.
Who is this?
Yeah, this is Ken, 02Man 98.
Oh, there
big
he
follower
is.
of Smallmouth Crush. Patreon, YouTube, all of them.
Ken, it's good to hear your voice. I only see you in the comments, so this is cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, I always try to bust Travis up with some type, but maybe we can do it tonight with some verbal. So here's my question for you. Ice is on the way. I'm up here in Wisconsin. I'm going to be taking the boat up northeast Wisconsin this weekend. Going to be close to O'Connell. Where do you think? Should I stay in O'Connell or should I travel across the Sturgeon Bay?
If you know O'Connell very well, you could probably do some damage there. If you don't, and you're just going to wing it, I think you have a better shot over in Sturgeon Bay. And this time of year, I'd be focusing on Larson's Reef as well as some of the steep bluff walls around Sturgeon Bay. And if you want me to get real specific, I would focus more on the western side of Larson's Reef. And once you find them, you should find a bunch. They should be grouped up well. Blade bait. And a Ned rig and probably a tube will do the most damage right now.
Oh yeah, the tubes are always tied on, you know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So all right, and then I just saw something posted up about stumping Travis for a gift card.
Oh yeah, you got it.
So here's my question, Travis, and you got to come clean on this, or it's going to be a stumper.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. What's the scent? Come on.
What's the what?
That secret scent.
The secret scent.
The bait scent. You mentioned some. Go ahead.
So you're in luck because that information will all be released on the Smallmouth Crush podcast on Halloween. 2:00 Sunday is when that podcast comes out. But I'm going to give you a little something ahead of time because I'm actually not sure if the actual bait or the brand of that scent was talked about on that podcast. So just in case it isn't, um, I'll be straight up with you. Procure, they're, I believe, out of Washington. And
They
there's
are.
two different scents
Oregon.
that you're going, Oregon. There's two different scents that you're going to want to have. One is going to be a gel-based scent, and one's going to be a water-based scent. And the water-based is what you're going to soak all of your plastics that are not, say, Nico or Z-Man or, the Strike King X2, or I think that's what they call it. The gel is what you're going to want to put your Z-Man products in. And the key is soaking these baits for months at a time before you actually use them.
All right.
Wait. Did you say?
Have.
Did you say months?
That would be the best bet, is to be able to soak these as long as you can. Now, if you're in a pinch, I'm going to give you three. So Berkeley Gulp, obviously liquid, soaking your baits in that for smallmouth is a no-brainer. And I would feel perfectly comfortable if that's all I had ever. Z-Baits also makes a great scent, which I know works because I've done a video this time of year where I literally was not getting bites until I put that scent on my plastic, and it was night and day. So those are the two. And then Smelly Jelly, I will put on baits for largemouth. I do like the UV coating that they have as well in that. So there's 3-4 different scents, but Procure is something that I'm going to be investigating even further in the future, and literally investing in some tubs to put really productive plastics that I know I will use come tournament day, and I want to be able to soak them for months on end. I probably have, I don't know if I have any close by, but I do have some that are soaking that, and it doesn't damage it. The gel, I have my Z-Man TRDs have been in that gel for 2-3 months now, and all it does is soften up that Ned rig a little bit. Actually makes it a little bit easier to put on a hook, but it still has the durability.
Nope.
But you can just tell by opening that bag and smelling it that it's very potent.
Oh, that's great because I've been a fan of the Procure. I use the gel. I've got that. The Annis crawfish gel is my go-to. I've got that Gulp Alive, the tub that I soak my tubes in. So I've been a big fan of that. Sometimes put some Senkos in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have some of the Z-Man that you introduced me to through your YouTube channel. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just trying to get some of those tips. So I'm gonna let you go, but I got one more thing to say. When you come back up to Wisconsin here, get a hold of me. I'll buy you a White Claw or 6.
All right, I like that plan.
Maybe 12. Maybe not 6.
Whatever you want, buddy. I'm in Manitowoc, so I know your family's, I believe, on the east side of Winnebago, so we're only 45 minutes apart. So
yeah,
get a hold of me and treat you well once you get back home. So I appreciate it. Say hi to EE for me.
Good. Will do.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Thanks for calling in. I just wanted to remind everyone. So I want to say thank you to this episode's show sponsor. That would be the River Rat Cheese Curd Company. Fine purveyors of cheese curd, and the reason why the Monster Bass crew was able to get through 2 days of fishing in 40-degree weather because, first of all, Rafi didn't poop for like 4 days. He's probably not happy that I shared that, but it's true. I mean, he probably ate like 3 pounds of cheese curd every day. Like, and then he'd look at me and be like, I can't poop. And I'd be like, well, of course you can't. you know, it's like instead of smoking like every 30 seconds, he's popping like a cheese curd in his mouth every 30 seconds. Now, don't get me wrong, they're damn good cheese curds, but my God, whew. All right, I want to remind everyone the phone lines are open. I'm gonna give away a big ass prize pack. I need some phone calls. So I don't care if it's fishing with Gramps, who's been forced to fish with a frog with little girl, strip club Sparkles, or if it's fishing in the Southeast, who's always got a solid question, or if it's Big Rich, who, always seems to donate to the Rick Party Fund. Actually, you know who I'd love to hear from? I'd love to hear from Westfall Outdoors, because he's such a good supporter, and he's got I want to hear from you guys. So let's light up the phone lines for me. We're gonna go to our next caller. We're gonna go to Adam from Indianapolis, California, who's really upset that Jeff George is still not the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. What's going on, Adam?
Oh, is this me?
Sure.
Sure. Like it's like you. I don't know what's going on here. Am I on live or no?
Yeah, you're online, bro.
Oh, sweet, awesome. So I was listening earlier. You said you got up from around Syracuse, right?
I did.
Okay, so I've fished in the Oswego River, but I've never had any luck with catching perch there. And I've always wondered, like, what all these guys catch them off of, but I've never heard them tell me the truth about it.
Okay.
So what is the best bait for perch in the Oswego River?
Yeah, no problem. I've got just the guy to answer it, because I sat there on the boat and I watched him catch a perch. And we sat there all day and we were like, maybe we should have a catch and cook video. Maybe we should fillet. And we were talking about walleyes. And all of a sudden I watched this guy reel in the Moby Dick of perch. And he looked at it and he's like, I'm actually going to take a picture of it. But then he threw it back. So better to answer this question is Travis. So what do you say, Travis?
Down here in Alabama, we've got, the yellow perch, but not many white perch that I've ever caught,
Mm-hmm.
So
Lake Ontario, Oswego River, that they have a huge population of both white and yellow perch. And so I love perch fishing. Okay. I am not the expert when it comes to perch fishing, but I can do some damage. I actually go out there quite a bit, especially last year. I probably caught over 1,000 perch on Lake Ontario last year. And when I target them, I like to use a medium light rod, almost like a drop shot rod. And I use real light braid, 5-pound braid, and I'll use like a 6-pound leader. And all I'm doing is I'm modifying a drop shot that you would use for smallmouth. So I'm still using a heavy weight, because oftentimes you're in 15, 20, 30 feet of water. And all I do is I put a super, super small hook above the weight, about 4 to 5 inches. And I put just a little piece of crawler on that. And anytime you're around perch, they're going to bite that. I'm sure there's better ways. I know there's some artificial baits that work as well. But if I was looking to get perch for dinner, that's what I would do. And I would utilize my electronics. I would not fish until I idle over a school of them. And you can normally tell on your graph when you come over a big pot of perch, it lights up the graph. And that's what you want. You don't want to be targeting individual fish here and there. Well, once you find that big group, then you can target individual fish outside the group with your live scope if you have that type of technology. And that's when you can really get some of the bigger perch. But for the most part, for the average angler, just utilizing your electronics if you can. Or if you're in a bay that's known for perch, just go next to the other guy that's catching them. It's pretty easy.
Right, just feed off the guy next to you. Yeah, 100%. I was just more curious, because I've always, I fished for bluegill and stuff up there, but I've never actually hung into any perch really. So top of my head question, I was like, I wonder if he knows anything about that, because everybody knows about bass fishing, but not many people actually target perch, unless you're from, I guess upstate New York, where it's like the biggest thing ever, perch fishing.
It is. I mean, there's so many perch in that system. There's actually it puzzled me. There's no legal limit on them. You can take as many as you want.
No way.
All day long. Yeah.
All day?
As many as you want.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That is insane. Well, all right, I appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh, another thing, right quick. I don't know. It's just for the moment. I finally today got my Monster Bass box in the mail after waiting for it for I don't know 2 weeks now.
Oh, stop it.
So.
How'd you like it? What do you like?
Oh. So hold on, let me grab it. These wait, what are these on the spot bait?
Okay.
Those little crawler looking things.
Those baits they're hand poured by a guy in Pennsylvania. And yeah, so I like to support small business. So every month I like to pick one company that most people haven't heard of and highlight them, because I think supporting small business and supporting guys that make really great baits is good. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are, good or bad.
Well, to me, first glance, I hadn't got out and used them yet because I mean, literally just got the bag earlier this afternoon. But first glance, that is perfect for me because I crappie fish and bass fish, and a lot of times when I'm using crappie jigs, I catch more bass.
Yeah.
So this being the size of this, you throw it on a Ned rig and just go either way you want it to. You probably catch either one or the other.
Amazing. Good
so
stuff.
that's for myself fishing, that's spot on.
Good. Well, I wish you the best of luck with those baits, and I if you catch something, make sure you tag us, and so that way we can feature you. So.
Oh, 100%.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for putting them together. That's awesome.
Thank you, man.
All right. Well, y'all have
Oh, Jared cut him off. He's a little too quick. All right, let's go to James in Salem, Missouri, and see what James wants to talk about.
Hey guys, what's going on tonight?
What's going on, man?
Not much. How was your birthday?
Oh, my birthday was great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. It's about time you come back. Everyone's probably getting a little scared you were never going to come back because you've been gone like for 2 months, it seems like.
Really? I thought I was only gone for a week. I mean, I'd like to go away for 2 months.
I know. You were gone, what was it? You were gone a week, then you come back a week, and you're gone another week, now you're back again.
All right, well,
sorry.
You caught me.
Yeah, it's all good, Bob.
No worries, bro.
I'm sitting outside rigging up lights on a kayak tonight.
Okay.
So I'm running all over the place. The perch issue, the perch and bluegill and stuff earlier, that's not the only thing my little boys catch is perch. They catch them on doing like the drop shot. I'll do that, and I'll do on a swivel, and I'll put worm on it for the boys. That's how they catch their perch and their bluegill is off like a drop shot. So it works actually very, very well.
Nice.
I just got on. I didn't hear what he said his biggest fish has been caught so far. I just got back from the store, so I apologize if it's already been told.
You don't need to apologize.
Cricket. I guess he didn't hear me,
What
did
was
he?
the question?
What's
my biggest
your biggest
fish?
fish you've caught so far? Yeah.
Smallmouth or just anything?
Length and either or length and weight.
So my biggest smallmouth to date is right at 8 pounds even. Typically,
That's a big
we'll get a
smallmouth.
Yeah, that's a big fish, which I'm hoping I'll have a shot at that again. But that was back in probably 2013. So we get a handful of 7s every year. Many 6 and 5s are common up there on Lake Ontario, any of the Great Lakes. So it's interesting that it's hard to break over that 7.5 pound mark. I know they're out there. I feel there's probably a state record. There's probably thousands of state records right now swimming around the Great Lakes, whether it be Minnesota, Lake Superior, Wisconsin, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie. I'm sure there's plenty of state records to
You
be
like your
had.
Northerners, don't you, Rick?
Well, I mean, listen, I grew up in Syracuse. What do you expect?
I am so sorry, dude. I was stationed at Fort Drum for 2.5 years.
Well, it's cold. It's cold up there, bro. I get it.
Yes, sir, it is.
Now I have caught some tuna
That
and
was my
shark
first
and all
deer
that, so
station
that
was
would
upstate.
probably be my biggest fish.
Oh, wow. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll go back to watching y'all.
All right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you calling in, man.
You're welcome, man. Take it easy, guys.
You got it. All right. Let's, why don't we go to David in Oklahoma City and see what David's up to? And let's go there. David, what's going on, bro?
Hey guys. Hey, so I'm going to start this off with Oklahoma fishing has been brutal here lately. So I've got skunked my last 4 times out. And my question is, what do you guys do when just nothing you have or know is working? Do you just call it a day and go home, or
Nope.
or do you start hunting for other things?
No, I got this. All right. So we started the show and we talked about day one, and Travis was very kind about how I scored the top 3, or well, the three big fish in our bag, and day 2 wasn't so kind, and so I had one of those days that we've all had where, you know, this is my company. I hired the cameraman. It's my video. And he's in my boat. And I caught nothing. Everybody. And I mean, like, when I tell you everybody's catching fish. And and all day long, I just keep casting and retrieving, casting and retrieving, casting and retrieving. And I'm thinking about, like, I'm spending like $10,000 to create this video. What is it going to look like? Like, are they going to have me sitting in a lawn chair in the backyard talking about the day that was, but not a day where I catch any fish, right? And I remember at one point, Travis looked over at me and he could sense that, like, all right, Rick's getting a little frustrated. And he goes, hold on, let's lift your poles up. We're going to go somewhere else. And we're driving. And we're doing, like, I think we did 47 in the boat at the time. And we're flying through. And it's cold. It's cold as crap. And I'm like, where are we going? And he goes, we're going to go get you some fish. And it was like Travis went into guide mode. And Travis is like, I'm going to go catch you. You're going to go catch some fish. He could sense it. And because I always have one of those days. I actually dropped the pole into the water on the first cast.
God.
So we're on the first cast, and he had told the story about how, like, somebody had taken an $800 rod or combo and dropped it into the water. And I did the same thing right on day 1 or day 2. First cast, I don't remember if I'm holding it, I just dropped it or whatever. And like a cat, I dropped to the ground. I stuck my hand down into the water and I pulled the rod up. I was like, there's not a chance I'm going to, like, I can't be the guy that drops an $800 combo into the water. And so I reached it out, pulled it out, and all this stuff. So anyways, I digress. So Travis is like, we're going to go, and we're flying up 47 miles an hour. We're flying up, and he's taking me to some secret spot he can't tell me about. And he's like, no cameras. Probably because it's like an easy layup because there are like 10,000 fish in this spot and he wants to make me feel good. And even if that's what he did, I appreciate it because I needed it at that moment. I'm not joking when I tell you 9 casts, 5 4-pounders in 9 casts. He's like, I want you to cast over here. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And it was like in that moment, it was like a split second. It was like it changed. My entire day changed because he just put me on fish. And A, it speaks to his skill level. And B, for all of you sitting out there that, like, you know, when you're fishing a new water, right? Like, we don't know anything about it. Like, hiring a guide can make the world of difference, right? Because we have a tackle box, which means we have a shit ton of options. But that doesn't mean that all those options mean anything, right? That just means that we can shoot 12 different guns at the target, and it doesn't mean a damn bit of difference. And he literally aimed the sniper rifle right at the spot and said, do this right there. And I caught 5 4-pounders on 9 casts. It was amazing. And so when I tell you guys that he's like top 5 in the world, baby. That's what he is.
That area I took you to,
Yeah.
it made it a little bit easier because we were out of the wind and current, and so I was able to change up baits a little bit, and we went a little more finessey than what you were throwing, and I was able to see on the graph the fish that were there, and so there was a ledge that those fish were holding on top, which you picked off a few, and then once your bait fell off that ledge, it dropped about 15 feet, and I could see a bunch on the ledge as well. So I knew once you basically stop feeling bottom, and now your bait's going over the ledge, just to let it fall, and a lot of times those fish will chase that down, and so nothing special. It was just that's how those fish were set up on that particular spot.
Hmm.
But I would say
I
when
figured.
things get really tough, to answer your question, I would go to your strengths and try to find a pattern that matches your strengths. So I don't care if you just started fishing a year ago or you've been fishing for 10 years. There's something that resonates with you when it comes to a particular technique or a bait. And people all the time, I hear fish the moment or,
Mm.
use. I'm not that angler. When I go to a body of water that I'm not familiar with, I am going to find a pattern that suits my strengths. Now, I'm not going to neglect the obvious. Let's say there is a top water bite at times going on this particular body of water. I'm going to try that because history says in October on Kentucky Lake, you need to get up shallow on the shelves and the bars and throw shower blows and spooks and things like that. And so I'm going to do that. But the minute I feel like either one, these fish are getting too much pressure, or two, this is too vast of an area that I'm not going to be able to figure out exactly how I need to fish this bait or where, or whatever the circumstances are, whether I'm going to fall back to what I know and have confidence in. And so I'm going to go try to find anything on that map or that lake that looks like I can use my strengths. And whatever your strengths are, I think that's what you have to focus on.
Smart.
Awesome, gentlemen. That sounds good. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. All right. Let's do two things. I'm going to do a golden ticket since Jennifer Edwards just reminded me that I needed to do one. But I feel like I'm kind of like, I feel like I need to call my therapist and have a session scheduled for tomorrow because literally all we've got is 3 likes so far.
Man, come on, guys.
No, I'm struggling right now. So do me a favor. If you're watching at home, I can't really afford my therapist. And so do me a favor, smash the like button. Every person that smashes the like button, I'll actually give you an entry into today's prize pack giveaway. And I'm going to give away a golden ticket right now. And if you don't know what the golden ticket is, again, every subscription box that we send out the door is an individually numbered ticket. If you have the number, take a picture of you, yourself, and the ticket and send it to marketing@monsterbass.com. And you can help me clean out my garage of all the good stuff that's there. And trust me when I tell you there's a ton of good stuff. The golden ticket number is T7276N1558. You just helped me clean out my garage and probably scored yourself a couple $100 worth of fishing tackle. So get yourself a golden ticket right now. If you're just tuning in, we're going to talk a lot about baits, what we were fishing up on the St. Lawrence. You can use promo code CRUSH30 and save 30% store-wide on all the baits on monsterbass.com. So if this is your first time tuning in, head over to monsterbass.com. Also, do we have a URL for the VIP? Yeah. Okay. I got to tell you a little bit about the VIP. So I got this VIP list. Don't tell anyone about it. Let's just keep it a secret between me and you, okay? Every Monday, actually every Friday, no joke, I give away a free bait. I'm not even making this shit up. Like last week was a Bomber fat-free guppy. The week before was an Incision 69 lipless. Every week it's a free bait. I text you. You have an hour to respond. All you got to do is respond. Place an order. You get the bait for free. That's it. It's that simple. Why? Because, I like you guys, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. So where's the link on this damn live for people to sign up for the thing there, Jared? I just so everybody at home, Jared is really focused on Korean barbecue right now. He can't even focus on the damn show because he's going out. He's going to eat some Korean barbecue tonight. But no Travis. And he's and Jared, where's the damn link? Ah, for Christ's sakes. It's not even a link. Like, you can't, like, who's going to remember that? All right, fine. Listen, it's in the comments. It's not what I would have done, but then again. Oh, all right. Ricker Love and Monster Bass. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's get to our next caller. We've got a caller from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. It makes me nervous because it could be Grubbs. Let's take that call right now. Go ahead, caller.
Rick, Russell, Belanger from Massachusetts. Travis knows me. What's going on, boys?
Hey, how are you?
What's up, buddy?
Just hanging out.
Calling in. I don't know if I'm going to call and ask a technical question. We went from Perch to Golden Ticket to, but I actually wanted to. I was going to actually talk to you about something privately, but I think it'd be a good opportunity to ask you this question. You got some viewers. I was going to ask you about the leader material that you've been using recently. I know that you're using Cortland braid this year. I was wondering what leader materials you like using, specifically for Ned rigs, tube. Do you change your leader? Do you use a different leader material in the river as in the lake? What did you use last year? What do you currently use? Just curious.
Great question. Great.
What do you run?
Yeah, great question. So over the last 4 years now, when it comes to smallmouth fishing and largemouth fishing with my spinning rods, okay, I really like the Bass Pro Shop. I know this is going to be a shocker. I like the Bass Pro Shop 100% fluorocarbon line. I do not know. Somebody's making that for them, okay? I don't know what company it is, what brand it's similar to, but there's two reasons why I use it. One is it doesn't let me down. I feel very confident with it. And two, it's a relatively inexpensive line. I'm with Nitro Boats, so Nitro's owned by Johnny Moas, who owns Bass Pro Shop. So I get a little discount card, right, every year that gives me 20% off of Bass Pro Shop's related products. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's relatively inexpensive, and it just holds up. And I use 8-pound, 100% fluorocarbon leader for all of my leader material when it comes to drop shotting Ned rigs. When I go to tubes, I'll try to stick with 8, but I'll bump it up to 10. And then if I'm fishing largemouth on a drop shot, I'll go 10 to 12 Bass Pro Shops. But I do not use it on my reels for straight fluorocarbon. I do prefer Gamma for that application, only because I think Gamma's a extremely strong line. I know it's a little bit heavier in diameter than normal lines, so when you buy an 8, you're really buying a 10. Yes, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I know there's a lot of great lines on the market. I know people like Tatsu or whatever it's called. I know there's some great ones that maybe if I experiment a little bit more, but my theory is, why change if I don't have a problem? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely something that happened to me this year. And it was part of the reason why I actually brought this up is I was in the lake in Ontario and I had some fish that were just popping off, ripping off. Same bait, same hook, same rods that I was using the previous month, but I'm losing a tremendous amount of fish. And I realized the leader material I was using just had maybe just not enough stretch. I like a little bit of stretch in it, and that's why I'm actually not that surprised to hear that you said you used the Bass Pro Shops brand. It's got a little stretch in it.
It does, and I don't think I'd be afraid to use 6, but I have never been in a situation. Now I will use. I shouldn't say that. I do use 6 if I'm going to throw like one of them smaller Kitech jigs or something like that. I will bump it down to 6 at times, but day in and day out, I do not see a difference in bites from 6 to 8.
But you do when you put a little bit of Z-bait scent on there, though.
That's true. That's true. I love talking line because it's one of the most it's one of the most important besides having a good quality rod and reel to be able to fight those fish. You know, once you get them hooked up, your line is what's going to help you get those fish to the boat. And man, it's been a journey for me. You know, I've experimented a lot with different braids. You guys know I use a lot of Cortland now. I love Cortland master braid. I think I found where I belong when it comes to the braid side. But I am definitely still open to as much as I love Bass Pro. If someone can prove me wrong or show me a better option, that's as me as an angler. I'm always looking for the edge and the best product out there. That's what I utilize. That's what I use. So you're not going to, you're going to see the highest end equipment on my boat because it's what I do every day. And I appreciate what a higher value product can do when it comes to really your overall enjoyment when it comes to fishing.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for answering. Take care, fellas.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. All right. Let's head over to Marion, Ohio. Let's see who this is. What's going on?
What's going on, Rick? What's up, Travis?
Hi there.
How are you? Has anybody stumped Travis yet?
No.
No?
What do you got?
So can I get a chance then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Rick, you cannot answer this, okay?
Okay.
This is a Travis question.
Okay. Because I'm
ready,
I'll be honest. I'm really excited that you told me that I couldn't answer this because I might stump Travis. So go ahead.
Okay, Travis, if a rooster lays an egg right in the middle of the roof, which way is it going to roll? Right or left?
So this isn't a fishing related question.
Hold on. Here comes Rafi.
Trick question. Roosters don't lay
Hold on.
eggs.
This is only Travis.
No, wait. Don't you guys want to know what Rafi looks like? I mean, other than him jumping into the pool at the very beginning? Okay.
So that was a trick question. It would have taken me a while because I wasn't going to just answer left or right. I would have thought it through. But it's interesting how your mind doesn't instantly go to, dude, he's talking about a rooster. You know what I mean? So, in all fairness, it may have taken me a little while to get this, but I would have gotten it if Rafi didn't butt in.
Oh, Rafi, come on, man.
Oh, Rafi ruined the whole show. Show's over. Rafi screwed it up for everybody. We ruined the good surprise on Rafi. Do you want to?
Okay, how about a fishing question then?
Okay, good.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Travis, what fish was the largest to ever live on the planet Earth?
That's a good question. All right,
and ever live on the planet Earth? Like
ever.
Now,
might be extinct right now.
No, we won't go extinct.
now,
I'm
just
gonna
for can I ask a question? Now, they don't
What's that?
potentially live like, you know, west northern Kentucky.
No.
Are we talking saltwater?
It could be saltwater, could be fresh.
Well, obviously it'd be saltwater.
Isn't it a
Does it
shark?
does it just swim, or does it have to be a fish, or could it be a mammal? I mean, I need to know these things before I can answer that.
We can consider it an animal.
Okay.
Wait, animal.
Well,
Isn't
it
it a
has to be a whale, and I'm guessing here it would be humpback whale. I mean, it's got to be top 10. You can't expect me to know that one. You might have stumped me.
It would be the blue whale.
God, well, close. I mean, humpback, blue. What's the difference, man?
Okay, one more. What kind of creature, fish, sleeps with one eye open?
A guilty one.
Swordfish. Swordfish.
No, a dolphin.
Ah. Well, he did stump me twice. Rick.
Winner, chicken dinner. What's your name?
Four of these questions, man.
Wait, hold on. What's your name?
My name's Greg, Rick. This is Greg.
Oh, it's Greg.
Whitaker.
It's
Greg.
Oh my God.
Family doesn't count. Family can't win.
Come on, Greg. You should know
Rafi says family doesn't count.
calling in trying to trick me questions about a whale. Do you know how many whales I've caught in my life, Greg?
At least
0.
11. All right, it's Greg Whitaker.
So I stumped you.
You did.
God damn it.
On a technicality.
Yeah. All right, Greg, I got a question
Rick,
I got a question for you, Greg.
What's that?
Just out of curiosity, you ready?
What's that?
If I were to go to Domino's.com and buy 3 medium pizzas with 2 toppings, how much would I pay per pizza?
3 mediums with 2 toppings?
Yeah.
You pay $5.99 each for 3 of them. I think I want to say it was like $11.98.
No, that would be 2 for $11.98. But thank you, $5.99, folks. Domino's.
Yeah,
got it wrong.
$5.99 all day.
All day, baby, all day. All right, Greg. Well, listen, you stumped.
Actually, I'm up. I just worked Domino's, and I'm getting ready to start my new job tonight.
Tell us.
I'm a surveillance investigator.
What does that mean? You like stalk outside my
but
house and see what I'm doing late at night?
No, I'm in charge of like 100 cameras I watch. So
That's not
it's pretty
creepy at
interesting.
all. Not creepy at all, Greg.
No.
So tell us more.
I mean, it is kind of creepy, but it's a good paying job. So.
It's all right. God, we love Greg. All right, well, all right. So Rafi, Greg won whatever you're giving away for stumping this guy. What? Send it to Gregory. I have no idea. No, you ask him. I got nothing. I think we're good. All right, Greg.
Ralphie, I think I've emailed you before. I think I've emailed Ralphie before, so.
Yes.
Hey, them were some nice smallmouth you had, Rick. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. I couldn't have caught him without Travis, and I had a really good time,
Absolutely.
and it was an adventure that I won't forget.
Heck yeah, man. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys taking my call.
All right. I appreciate you stumping Travis. Clearly, it wasn't that hard. And all we have to do is talk about blue whales and not like the little people of Western Kentucky. Thanks,
Hey,
bro.
nice talking to you, Travis. Have a good night,
All
guys.
right. Thank you.
Hold on. That's bullshit. Greg, what do you mean? Thanks. It was great talking to you, Travis. What about me? What about me? It's my show, Greg.
I thought it was BS about the questions.
Yeah, I think that's true too. You know what, Rafi?
Cancel that. Cancel
Yeah,
that
it's too
order.
late. It's too late. It's too late. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay. All right, it's 5:15. Let's go to our next. Let's go to James in Fort Dix. I didn't know there was a Fort Dix in New Jersey, but let's go to James. What's going on, James? Hello?
Go ahead, caller.
Hello? James, what's up, brother? James.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here, bro.
Hey, how you doing, Rick?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Oh man, I'm loving your bag, brother. I'm loving your bag.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and you keep up the good work. I'm a Strike King man. I love everything Strike King, but the bag that you got, you sending out, I don't care what anybody says, man. It's a good thing what you're doing. I was with Lucky Turkey, excuse me, Lucky Turkey Box, and I just want to appreciate and tell you, man, keep up the good work.
Thank you, bro.
Keep sending them out. I don't care what anybody else says, man. I'm loving what you're doing. I just joined, and Travis, I watched some of your show. I gotta get you back on YouTube though, and I'm down for a little while because I got excuse me, I got kidney stones right now.
No problem, bro.
I'm just
Don't worry.
calling in, and I'm calling in, and Rick, just keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, bro.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
And hey, next month,
know.
just so you know, you said you like Strike King, right?
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah. So
sir.
next month I'm featuring. So Strike King is releasing 6 new colors in the Thunder Cricket, and I got all 6.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
next month we're gonna feature 6 new colors and 2 that are like the mainstays, your watermelons and stuff like that. So we're gonna feature all the new colors for Strike King and the Thunder Cricket no shit. That's the December box. Sorry, I forgot that it's November. Just so you know,
That's
though,
okay. That's okay, man.
foreshadowing. The December box is headlined by the Strike King Thunder Cricket. So if you're watching at home, you're getting the Strike King Thunder Cricket. You're getting 3 new product releases. You're gonna love it. So sign up.
I'm there, man.
Thanks
I'm
for.
there, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for.
100%, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for calling in. All right. Let's go to Jackson, Mississippi, and let's talk to, I don't know, might be Kate, might not be. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Rick.
What's
Jackson,
up?
Michigan.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Hey, it's Brian. Brian Masters.
Brian, what's going on, bro?
Not much. I wanted to ask Travis, what do you recommend for spinning reel setup? Because I do a lot of finesse fishing, St. Clair, Great Lakes, for smallies.
Mm-hmm.
Seem to do well with it. Ned rigs, stuff like that. But I just got some edge rods, and they're like 7-footers, medium, light, fast action rods. Really feel the bait, the bite, and differences in the bottom structure.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were talking about hitting bare areas.
Yes.
Around grass. Smallies up here love it.
Absolutely. It sounds like if you have, your rods seem pretty adequate. If you're able to feel and detect bottom changes and things like that, The rods I use St. Croix, and I do like their medium light, 7-foot medium light St. Croix rods, especially for Ned rigs and drop shotting. That's my go-to, 7-footers.
What about reels?
The reels.
What do you use for?
So I use all Shimano Vanfords, the 3000 series. So I like a little bit bigger spool. They actually have a little bit higher gear ratio than the other in the lineup. So I'm all about speed when it comes to spinning rod. And I spool everyone with 5-pound braid, and then I put my fluorocarbon leader on. So pretty much every spinning rod I own will have braid, which helps detect the feel and just works well with a high-end rod to be able to detect what's going on down there.
You feel everything. Me with braid, you feel everything on these rods. But
yeah.
So you're using 5-pound braid?
I do, the lightest possible. Yep. If you pull
Okay.
5-pound braid with your, you're not going to be able to break that.
Yeah. Yeah, I use braid, but I use a heavier braid. I'm fishing a lot of tournaments up here. I use like 6-pound, I think, 30-pound test.
Yeah. So listen, I honestly think if you can take a moment to spool up with 5-pound braid and start fishing your finesse baits, your drop shots with that setup, you're going to be blown away. For one, you're not going to have so much resistance in the water, whether you're bringing a bait back to the boat or you're dropping immediately straight down on a fish. You're not going to break that. Your leader will break before you break braid. And it's going to allow you to cast that bait a lot further, especially for anything finessing. Now, if you're throwing frogs and different, obviously I'm not throwing 5-pound braid, but I have no problem fighting fish on a spinning rod with 5-pound tests. I actually feel out of my zone if I go to 10 even. Like I can tell there's a difference between 5 and 10-pound braid.
Gotcha. It just comes through the water that much smoother.
Yes. Yep. And you're also going to help with.
Okay.
I get so many questions almost daily about guys that have line twist problems. And I was talking with my buddy Eric about this. And you may not, but a lot of people are it's probably a question a lot of people are wondering. Because I go to Eric, I go, dude, I don't have line twist. And we found out, I mean, the reason is because of the light braid, because of the 3000 series reels that I use, because my drop shot weights are typically are able to spin on both ends, and because I rig the bait properly and straight, I've never had line twist issues in my life. And unfortunately, a lot of people are dealing with that. But I really listen, if there's a better way, I'm doing it. Like if someone or I read information in the future that says this is a better way, I'm not stubborn. I'm going to switch to whatever's the best. But I feel right now, for the most part, how I'm fishing, I'm dialed in with that side of things because I try to control everything I can when it comes to fishing because there's so many variables out there, weather, fish, behavior, blah, blah, blah. I need to be able to control everything I can here before I go on the water, whether that be sharp hooks, switching things out, switching swivels, making sure my gear is in order. I have to have all that taken care of, and that's why I have so many sleepless nights out here in the garage playing with my tackle.
Gotcha. What I was going to try to stump you with a state record question. Do you know how big the state record smallmouth in Michigan is?
Michigan. Okay. I'm guessing 9.2.
Wait a minute.
9?
Really?
998, caught in 2016.
Okay. Gotcha. By Kevin Van Dam's brother. Yep.
The bags are awesome this month, Rick.
Thank you.
I want to say that Ned rig looks awesome. And I got a bag with the X zones in it, the 6-inchers.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to try to cut some of them. I got the watermelon red that matches that Ned rig, and I think I'm going to try to cut some of those worms in half and use them on that Ned rig.
Amazing.
Looks like it'd be awesome. Have a great night, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. This guy's been online for 18. Oh my God. This guy's been online for 19 minutes.
Whoa,
Let's take this
bring him
call
in.
right now. We're going to turn off the hotline because, we could be here all night. Go ahead, caller. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. You tell
Can you
me.
hear me?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
Yeah, I can. My name is Larry Morgan. I'm calling from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. And I got three things to say. First thing I got to say, first of all, you guys are going to get these questions. The biggest fish ever to live was a megalodon. He's a fish, not a mammal.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, don't confuse a mammal with a fish. And
That's why I
obviously
made sure
everybody
to
knows
ask that.
roosters don't lay. And obviously roosters don't lay eggs. But actually, believe it or
Depends
not,
what's in their water.
actually, believe it or
That was
not,
a joke, Rick.
and this came off the History Channel, there was a place in Massachusetts to where a rooster did lay an egg, and they thought it was from the devil, and it was a big. They put the rooster on trial, dude.
I'm not going to lie.
That's the truth. I saw that on the History Channel.
I'm not going to lie. I've heard about this. I heard about it this weekend. And it was in between stories about the 10-foot people and some of the others.
It was on the History Channel. It was
Yeah.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries. Was Travis the host?
No, William Stack.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy that was talking about the Great Lakes, now everybody knows who Al Linder is, right?
They do.
I don't. Tell me who?
Al Linder?
Yeah, never heard of him.
One
He
of the
started
most,
the Infisherman.
You've got to be kidding.
Nah, I never heard of him.
Yes, he did.
He's
Now he has
joking.
now he's never heard
Is
of
he?
this
Are
guy
you
called
sure he's
Linder.
not the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion?
No. Al Linder is one of the greatest fishermen ever. I mean, he was the one that did Infisherman. He's got his own show now called Al Linder's.
Yeah. Travis
on
Manson.
TV.
Angling Edge.
Travis Manson,
Yeah.
right?
I never heard of Travis. I just know Al Linder and his brother. You got Al Linder and you've got Ron Linder and Troy Linder. They're all family. It's a whole family show.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's like.
anyway, he lost.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, he lost his wife this week, and they've been married for over 40-some years. So, and it was kind of strange because I've talked to him, believe it or not. I talk to him all the time because he was helping me through when I had cancer and stuff. And he was helping me. He's a really nice guy, very religious man, but a very wonderful man. You know, I mean, he's got famous people. He's got Jimmy Houston and Roland Martin and Bill Dance and all them other guys. They're like buddies. You know, they fish together and stuff. So, but anyway, I just wanted to pass that along to everybody. If you know who Al Linder is, just send a prayer for him because, like I said, he's having a rough time. Even though he's a religious man, when you lose your life partner, it's got to be rough on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we can.
and also,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you were going to say?
No. You continue. It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, what I was going to tell you guys, you say you're looking for the best products or the most wonderful products. Have any of you guys heard of the Stupid Tube?
The Stupid Tube?
It's called the Stupid Tube. It's under a website called Secret Lures.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys.
Have you ever
What is
fished
it?
them?
It's
literally,
a Travis,
tube,
it's a
but it has-
tube. It's just their brand
it
of
has
tube.
a specific head. But no, it's different than any other tube because what it is a Texas rig tube. But it has a specific kind of head, and the tube never falls the same way twice. I have seen this. You cannot make this thing fall the same way twice. I have caught hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of smallmouth and largemouth bass on this lure. This thing is incredible, especially in clear water. I'm telling you, man, when I first got it, I thought it was a joke. I got it as a Christmas present, and I went out and I literally caught hundreds of bass within 3 or 4 trips. This thing is amazing.
Wow.
It's called the Stupid Tube, and I promise you, I sent Al some, and he loved them too. He was like, "Man, these things are amazing." But if you've never heard of it, you need to order you some and try them
I'm
out.
writing it down
Basically,
right
you fish them just like you would a Texas
Yeah.
rig.
I saw.
All you do, throw it out.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that. Like, I've
is-
seen a video with Zona and Ike both talking about the stupid. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And I can't. And the thing about it is, it's a secret they don't talk about a lot until these guys came out with them. Because they're not commercial. I mean, these guys aren't trying to make a lot of money off of this. It's just fishermen that decided this is a great thing to do. But I'm telling you, man, if you haven't fished with them, you'll be blown away. Because when they hit it, they literally annihilate it. I mean, they try to swallow this thing. It is incredible how hard they hit.
Well,
And then there's another.
I'm going to disagree with you on one
Go
thing. When you say they're not trying to make any
What?
money, I mean, these things are sold at Tackle Warehouse. They're clearly trying to make some money.
Well, what I mean by that is, let me put it to you this way. The guy that owns, I talked to the guy that owns the company. Okay, yeah, he does sell through Tackle Warehouse. But the thing about it is the prices are really decent, and the guys have had lots of offers to go even more. Tackle Warehouse does sell them, but try to find them somewhere else. I mean, these guys, they started out a small company, and now
Sure.
it's blowed up because everybody has figured out how incredible they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. If you've never fished them, you'll be blown away because they're not like anything. That they don't fall like a regular tube. They don't fall like a Texas rig. They are incredible.
I'm going
And another
to
one on
look
the
into
market,
them for
since
sure.
trust me. And another one on the market that's come out that I've caught a lot of fish on. Have you ever heard of what's called a Nate's Custom Bait?
Yes.
Have you fished with them yet?
No.
Dude, those things are incredible. And the reason I say that, I was fishing with the underspans, and my buddy was fishing with a chatterbait, and I love a chatterbait. I have caught so many fish on a chatterbait. Incredible bait, especially the jackhammer. There's no comparison. People say there's a comparison. They're wrong. I have fished with chatterbaits a lot, and there is absolutely, other than thunder cricket, I agree, the thunder cricket and the chatterbait are in a category by themselves. Those are the best baits for a chatterbait on the market. There's nobody that compares to them. I don't care what they say. They're full of crap because they don't stay down. Nothing stays down like a chatterbait or a thunder cricket. There is no better bait, period. I'll argue with them forever. I fish
I'll
with them
agree
all,
with
and
that
none of them
statement.
compare to them. Because people, I had a buddy of mine refuse to pay $16 for a chatterbait. I took him out to a spot and I whipped his butt something awful. And he's like, I don't understand. I said, it's real simple. Chatterbaits, thunder crickets, they are made with the best components and they don't rise. When you reel them, they stay down. That's the whole thing. And they work as soon as they hit the water. A bass will hit within a couple of seconds, 9 times out of 10. That's when you want your bait moving. With a regular chatterbait, it takes them a good 3 or 4 seconds before they start working right. You've missed all your fish. But anyway, the one thing, if you ever fished the Nate baits, are a combination of hair and silicone. They have taken and they've hand-tied skirts, and they're made of hair and silicone, and they have totally different action than anything. And my buddy was fishing his chatterbait, and I would go behind him with an underspin that had this hair and silicone, and I would catch the fish behind him on a chatterbait, which is unusual. Normally, you catch every fish with a chatterbait. But apparently, there's so many chatterbaits being fished, the fish are getting, I don't know if they're getting smart, because I don't think bass get smart, but they just get, I guess you'd say, programmed to see something that they don't want to hit when they see it 100 times a day. But these Nate baits, especially the underspin, they're new, and they really are good. They got them in everything. They got Ned rigs, they got jigs, they got spinner baits, but they're all combined with hair and silicone. And my buddy says, well, I don't understand why they're special. I said, well, first of all, anybody that's up north that fishes the Great Lakes will tell you hair's the deal. You know,
Right.
They fish a lot of hair jigs because hair is not affected by cold water. Silicone is. Hair's not. Hair will flow. It doesn't matter if the water's 40 degrees. It moves. And that's why all the guys up north fish with hair. Well, the silicone and hair combination is the best of both worlds. You know, when you got warm water, the silicone flows good, and so does the hair. When you got cold water, the hair flows, the silicone just kind of sets there, but the hair does flow. So if you guys get a chance to try out the Nate custom baits, fish those, because those days they're pretty cool. I've caught a lot of bass behind people that are fishing chatterbaits and spinner baits, and they're looking at me like, wait a minute, how'd you catch that? I said, I told you, these baits are different. The bass haven't seen them. They're subtle. They're much more subtle. Of course, you can put a menace on the back of them, too, and it makes it really good, too. Those menaces, man, I'm telling you, there's not a better trailer for jigs or spinner baits or chatterbaits than a menace. Striking menace is the best of all. And I don't care anybody says, I've caught more fish on the menace. I have a crawdad or a swim bait. They're just really good. If you get a chance, try them out, man. You guys, you're always looking for the best, new stuff. Those two that I told you are the best. They are awesome. Perfect.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, I got the biggest bass of my life caught on that underspin about 2 weeks ago. It was 10 pounds, 4 ounces.
Shut
I
up.
caught him in a lake where they had, oh, yes. I can send you a picture if you don't believe me. 10 pounds, 4 ounces. I caught him on that underspin.
Nice.
Good work. Well, listen. Go ahead.
I will tell you. What were you saying?
No, I say continue.
Oh, yeah. The only thing, and I tried to talk to the guy, Nate, about it. The underspins have one small flaw in them. The way they're made is they have a metal arm that comes down that puts a willow leaf blade on it. It's a teeny bit weak. The best thing, if you put a spot of glue on it, like some super glue on it, it's perfect. But after 5 or 6 catches or bumps, that thing tends to want to come loose and break, which makes it a swim jig. But yeah, if you do decide to get some of those underspins, which they are incredible, and the colors, man, when you put hair and silicone together, you have never in your life, you have to look these things up, the colors, the perch colors, the watermelon, the crappies, they can't, those hair and that silicone together, it's like watching Walt Disney on, I'm serious, man, those colors are incredible.
Love
They're
it.
the best, most vibrant.
Well, I wrote down the Stupitude and the Nate's custom baits. I'm going to look into it. I need a bathroom break, Rick.
All right, yeah, go.
Real quick.
Go for it. Go for it. All right. Let's get our next caller in and ready. I think this is going to be David from wherever the hell, Blue Springs, Missouri. Let's get him on the line right now. Let's let him run the show while we all go to the bathroom. And just, David, are you on the line?
Yeah.
All right, David, just so you know, Jared's about to find this out for the first time. So Jared has to go to Korean barbecue tonight with his client, but what he doesn't know is tonight, Travis and I have decided we're going to go 6 hours. We are literally the show's going to keep going all night long. We're going to take all your questions, and poor Jared's going to not get to go to Korean barbecue. So make sure you talk for 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's okay. What's going on, bro?
What's up?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I was just calling in, listening to that guy chit chat for how long was that?
I think it was 2.5 minutes. 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, no. I actually, I was just calling to say I absolutely love the box. I didn't really have a question or anything. What's up, Travis?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
The bite's kind of tough here in Missouri right now. It's getting cold and rainy, but we get out there.
Smallmouth there?
Not in the little ponds that they're not little ponds, but not really in the ponds that lakes that I fish. Mostly largemouth, but I grew up Lake of the Ozarks, so I try to get down there quite a bit and do a lot of fishing down there.
You ever launder cash?
That's funny. No, actually, no.
Why not? Why not? Isn't that what everybody does? Isn't that what everybody does down on Lake of the Ozarks? I thought that's what you all do.
I don't know.
actually. The show's good though, right?
I mean, I don't know. There's a show?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it's called, Ozark, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
My girlfriend's an accountant.
Well, listen. So let's start like laundering cash.
That's funny. Yeah, but no, I was just calling to say I absolutely love the box. I've been getting it for quite a while now, and just keep doing what you guys are doing because I'm loving it.
Thank you, man. Let me ask you a question. Why do you get the box? I'm being serious. Why do you get it? Is it because is it the surprise? Is it the we send you stuff and it forces you to try new techniques? Like help me.
Yeah, definitely, because it forces me to try new things that I actually had never Ned rig fished. And then, so actually last weekend I tied my first Ned rig on, and I mean, I didn't catch anything. I wrapped it around a tree, but you know, it forced me to try, you know, a new technique, and you know, I'll definitely try it again, you know.
Hey.
But my Taco Bell's here.
Oh, well, listen, we'll let you go. No problem.
No worries. No worries. But you know, I'll go ahead and continue on what I was saying. But it forces me to you know, try new techniques, try new baits, new companies, and experience, you know, new techniques. The XB5, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely stellar bait.
Yeah. Everybody loves that one.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. First cast, brought in about a 1 pounder. That was actually at a Bass Pro Pond. Funny story here in Independence, Missouri.
Nice.
So yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
All right. Well, listen, man, I appreciate your support, and I thank you for giving me the insight that I need.
Yep. No worries. Thank you guys for being a kick-ass company.
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for your support. Have a great night. All right. What do you say we, I think this is our last call, right?
Oh, man. We're just getting started.
Yeah. Oh, no. Hold on.
You still got that bottle of wine.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's empty. I mean, there's a little bit left, but we had some at lunch today.
Oh, man.
Let's go to Woodbury, New Jersey, and let's talk to Brian Stockel. Yeah, you can click it. Go ahead. And let's see what Brian has to say. What's going on, Brian?
God damn. That caller ID done blew my cover.
Yep, blew it, brother.
Damn it. That's some
Go
bullshit.
ahead, caller.
I just wanted to say, I got a trivia question for you guys.
11.
Uh-oh.
What is the opposite Epic Eric?
What is the what?
What is the opposite of Epic Eric?
Travis Manson.
Oh,
No, that's two callers. Come on.
Wait,
No,
what?
That's not the answer?
Yeah. Oh
He's
my
got
God,
it.
the hostile takeover.
Well, listen.
That was I enjoyed the hell out of every second of that.
BTC, have you looked into the stupid tubes yet?
I have it written down here on my sheet.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I agree. Who the hell is Travis Manson? Dude, everything about that interview was amazing. I miss callers like that.
Rick, do you know who BTC is?
I
Brian
don't.
Stockel from New Jersey.
No,
Well,
tell me more.
He's a regular guest on
No,
my
I don't.
live show. Well, he's
Not
he'll
regular.
be on Sunday night for a Halloween edition. And he's
Rumor has it.
He's He's a funny man. He's a funny man. I wish you didn't tell me his name, though.
Ah, damn it.
I know.
Right.
You messed up.
Right. Blew everything.
You messed up.
I had a lot of work.
All right,
So
hold
I
on.
got
Do me a
right
favor.
after.
Hang up on Brian right now. And if he calls back in, I won't say who it is. Hang up on him right now. Hang up on him. No, I'm serious. Hang up on him.
We'll see if he calls back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Brian, if you're there, I hung up on your ass, and you can call
What
back
you
in.
should do. The opposite of Epic Eric. I don't know if I agree with that. I know we I think we fit together perfectly, and
Like Ebony and Ivory?
we do have some similarities and we do have some differences, but I think that's everybody. We spend so much time together, and when it comes to fishing, it's a very emotional sport. And so when you're in a boat with someone, you have to you have to have some type of connection, right? Because we do spend a lot of time together, and we learn from each other, we laugh, and just like brothers, although I never had a brother, I can only assume, sometimes when he's creeping up on you and you're trying to live scope and he's a foot over to his right and he shouldn't be, you let all that stuff build up until
you
go to dinner, and all that frustration comes pouring out over a glass of white
Rosé. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you talk. Let's take our next caller from East Dublin, Georgia. Yeah. He's no stranger to the show. He's called in 42 times.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
And he's going to have some really interesting questions. And I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I'm going to let the two of you talk about whatever you want because he's got really good questions. My only caveat is to whoever the caller is, you better have really damn good questions. Okay?
Yes.
I've got them ready.
Let's go.
Okay. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, Travis. I've got questions
Hello,
ready.
how are you? Yes.
All right. So, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with fishing or do you want to start with trivia?
Let's start with trivia. Let's get that out of the way first.
All right. So these are going to be a little bit hard, but what name is used to refer to a group of frogs?
A group of frogs?
Yep.
What do you call a group of frogs? Is that what you're asking me?
Yep.
Frogs. Final
Nope.
answer.
It is an army.
An army?
An army. I know, right? It's weird.
I just call them frogs.
It is so
Look at all
weird.
those frogs over there. There's an army of frogs. Okay. Fair enough. You got
Do you
me
guys
there.
have frogs up there?
Frog? Yeah, we got frogs up here.
Really? I thought it was too cold up there.
No, there's definitely frogs. Big
Wow.
bullfrogs and toads. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
Big time. Yeah, it's one
All
of my
right,
favorite.
so this one's
it's one of my favorite things about summer. Listening to the bullfrogs
Yep,
at
frog
night.
fishing.
And the lightning bugs, yes.
Yeah. So this one's a little bit easy. This is how many hearts does an octopus have?
Does a who have?
An octopus.
One? Why would that be easy?
An army?
Nope. How many hearts does an octopus have?
One.
How many? Wait. What's the question?
How many frogs are in an
How
army
many
of
hearts
octopuses?
does an octopus have?
Wait a minute. Hold on. What the
How
fuck?
many hearts does an octopus have? You knew that, Rick? I never knew 3.
Hold on. This is bullshit. I don't even swear. Travis, the answer's 3.
Wow.
Yep.
Someone
it's 3.
duck go that shit because I don't believe it.
I think it's 3.
All right.
So, what is your favorite color what is your favorite color of all time for any plastic bait, like soft plastic bait, Travis? Like if you were going to go anywhere in the country, what is your one color that you were going to use? Whether it be a Ned rig, craw, some some sort of like swim bait, just one color.
Okay. If you're asking the question anywhere in the country, and this is going to sound so unoriginal, but honestly, it would be a green pumpkin. Now, if you were going to say specifically for smallmouth, I would highly consider straight black as my answer. But it's
And is there a reason why you like black just for smallmouth?
confidence, I think. I catch a lot of fish on straight black. And it's probably because I have it tied on the most. Okay. I'm not saying another color won't work, but in my opinion, if you said all I could throw is a 3-inch stick bait type of plastic and it would be black for smallmouth, I think I'd be okay.
Okay. Well, all right. Here's the next question. Does color matter? This has been on the Mr. Bass and Steve Chapman show.
Man,
like,
I'm glad you brought that up, and I'd love
color
to. Yes. So 10% of the time it does. So for me, I spend every day on the water for the most part. And let's talk about this log that you're flipping a bait to. And we can go as far as rodent versus sweet beaver versus.
Wait. Stop.
Yep. What happened? What did I say?
Did you say sweet beaver?
I did.
That's an amazing bait.
It is.
Wait, that's a bait?
Come on, Rick. Sweet beavers? Reaction
innovation.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about fishing?
Yep. We are.
Yep.
I'm so confused.
Okay. And a lot of different colors. Dirty Sanchez.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This show's supposed to be PG, Travis.
Well, listen.
Sweet Beavers, Dirty Sanchez. I got little kids that watch this show.
Well, I'm sorry.
Not anymore. Little moms across the country going, Little Ricky show is no longer rated PG.
Anyways,
my favorite
whether
color
it
in
be a
that
sweet
is...
beaver, a rodent. Listen, back to this log that this big largemouth is.
He said log.
So,
oh my God.
So you got this fish. He's hanging out. He's just chilling. It's in between his lunch break and snack. He's not really active, but he'll hit something. You flip any type of plastic at the proper. You cannot. First of all, it's very hard to determine. Does color matter? Does bait profile matter in certain situations like this? Because that fish is that perfect cast. I feel if you made it with 3 different brands, 3 different colors, that fish is going to react to that bait and bite. If that was the case, if you look at tournament boats, more often than not, what they have on their deck is totally different than the boat next to them as far as color. And most of it comes down to confidence. And so that's why I say most of the time. Now, I've seen situations in where water temp will determine the color I use over time of year, or I should say the conditions of the water. Meaning, it's hard to explain, but I'm tuned in when it comes to color changes over certain, and that comes with experience. But at the same time, I feel like I could do pretty close to the same amount of damage on a different colored bait versus color. I'm not too. If you stick with natural baits, listen, my flipping box literally is black and blue and green pumpkin. Unless I travel to another body of water where you hear buzzwords that say June bug red, black with a chartreuse tail. If I keep seeing or hearing those things in my research when I go to a new body of water, yeah, I'm going to bring a few with me. But my go-to creature style bait box is going to be a combination of green pumpkin and black and blue, because I can't carry all the different 37,000 colors that Sweet Beaver makes.
And
Dirty
another
Sanchez
thing to
being
keep
one
in
of them.
mind is, do you know how? Another thing
What
to
was
keep in
that?
mind is like some fish, just like people, are colorblind. Some
I
fish
did not
aren't.
know that. I did not
it's
know
literally
that.
true. So,
Really?
So whenever you're throwing some like crazy
What would
colored
be the
bait,
statistics
like
on
some
that?
like I don't
That's
know. I heard it
crazy.
somewhere. I forgot. I think it was like the fish biologist
Well,
or something
listen,
like that
I hear
on
a
one
lot
of
of
the
things too
live shows.
online, and that's got me into a lot of trouble, especially this past weekend up there with the Monster Bass crew.
I know I heard it from the fish
Is Rick even
biologist guy.
listening? Because this is funny shit right here.
It's funny shit, and I'm listening, but I'm multitasking.
All
like,
right.
I'm talking to Rochelle, and Rochelle needs some paperwork from me because I'm about to get this SBA loan, and I'm trying to like fund this show so I can afford guys like you to be on my show.
Right. Gotcha.
And I can afford to pay my callers like,
Yeah.
Brenda Brown from East Dublin, Georgia. 42 calls.
Very good questions, though. The octopus heart threw me off, but when it comes to color, that's interesting to hear about the fact that a fish could be colorblind. I'd like to know the percentage of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has to do more
that
with
would be pretty
the
interesting.
reaction, the action of the bait, and how you present that bait to those fish. If I could give one tip tonight to take home to everybody when it comes to smallmouth fishing and finesse fishing, slow down your retrieve. Don't overwork your baits and work it slower than you think is appropriate. It'll go a long ways.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
There you go.
So Brendan, we were out on the water. True story. So I was on Travis's boat. And my phone rang. And I was talking about. Also, my phone rang, and I was like, and you called and you asked about how the fishing was. You remember this, Travis?
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah. So this is Brendan on the phone, and I was like, it's the nicest thing. Like, somebody's calling because they know about my trip and they just want to see how the fishing is. And I was like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And so I figured I'd put it all together and piece it all together so that Travis knew who it was. So
very cool.
Yeah, there you go. What else you got, Brendan? You got any other questions, bro?
Do you want me to announce the new tournament leader?
No.
All right.
Don't care.
So,
I don't care about the tournament leader unless his name is Jared Fix or Rafi. Actually, Rafi's about to submit. So Rafi had a catch, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit. But Rafi actually now is the tournament leader. He caught a qualifying. Actually, he snagged a qualifying fish, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to let him upload it, and then we're going to close the tournament off. It's over and done with, and he is the Big Fish Champion winner.
Yeah, I know what fish that is, but I won't spoil it for anyone.
How do you know?
I talked to him yesterday.
Oh my God, Rafi!
He's calling Rafi too?
This is bullshit. Are you telling me that he's got an in to the hotline at Monster Bass? Like, he knows everybody?
Everybody.
Oh
I think it's time we share your number to everyone, Rick, since you appreciate these phone calls so much when you're trying to fish.
My number? What's my number? What do you mean?
Your cell phone number.
Oh, I'll give it to you guys. It's 310-922. Hold on. Actually, I'm just kidding. All right.
If you're going to share any number, share Alex Rudd.
No. Okay. You guys ready? Here's my number. Are you ready? Here it comes. I'm happy to share it. Get your pen and paper. It's 920-292-08.
Hold up, bro.
73. 920-292-0873. Give me a call.
Oh, man.
Actually, true story. Are you guys ready? So back when I was at Lucky Tackle Box, there's a lot of animosity between. It was like WCW versus WWE. It was like back when things were hot and bothered, and you were on one team versus the other. And so it was like Lucky Tackle Box versus Mystery. And I once on live air gave out Ross's phone number. Ross is the CEO of Mystery Tackle Box. And I once went off on a bender, and I was like, you should call Ross at Mystery Tackle Box, tell him that. But I was also the guy that also, you know how they have Adopt a Highways, Travis?
Yes.
So I once was like, what would be a really good idea to spend our marketing money on? We should adopt the highway going from Ross's house to the airport. So every time he has to leave, he has to see that the highway's been adopted by Lucky Tackle Box.
Wow.
I think he got the last laugh. He got $52 million in funding. And I just did a little startup called MONSTERBASS. So, hey, congratulations to you, Ross. Good job, buddy.
That's funny.
Yeah, good stuff. Wow. So, all right. Well, listen, Brendan, I'm going to let you call Rafi in your spare time. And thanks for cheating on me. And I just want to say thanks for calling in and being a loyal supporter. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. No problem, man. Okay, you guys should both have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
And Rafi and Jared.
Nah, fuck those guys.
All right.
Bye. Okay, let's we got one. Let's go to our next caller. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know. So Travis, we've been on for 2 minutes. I see that you're on Tinder. I keep watching you swipe to the right. I don't know if your wife is going to be happy about that, but do you want to take some more calls? Should we get out of here?
Epic Eric is texting me. He gets a little jealous. He can go on Alex Rudd's show and everybody else's live stream, but when he doesn't get the invite, I hear about it.
I don't understand. But why didn't he call in?
I don't know. You think he would?
This is bullshit. Oh, we're calling him right now. Let's call the hotline right now. Can we call Eric right now? And get. Hold on. How do we do this? This guy. What a load of shit.
I know. Listen, I stopped Karen, when he goes on other guys' stuff without letting me know or getting my permission. He does have an agreement. Verbally.
Hello?
Who's this?
These are the little people from Western Kentucky. How are you?
My wife's watching. We're crying laughing because BTC's cover was blown, man. That was awesome.
Oh my goodness. Would you like to call in so that we don't have to do it this way?
Sure. I'll call in. I owe Travis a call.
All right. Why don't you have the hotline number?
Yeah. I actually tried to call it before BTC got on, so I figured you guys that was the last call, so I hung up. But let me call back.
All right, we're gonna call it. All right, we'll see you in a bit.
I'm hitting you up, man. See you. Bye.
All right, so for those of you watching at home, so here I am out on a boat, right? And I'm Rick. I run MONSTERBASS, and I'm from Syracuse. I'm supposed to be the guy that catches smallmouth bass. And there I am, and I decided that on day one, Day one, I'm like, all right, guys, here's the deal. We're gonna have a contest, $500 for the biggest bag and all that other stuff. And everyone's like, ooh, $500. Pavlov's dog, we're gonna run as fast as we can towards the $500. Well, let's put it this way. The fact of the matter is I had 3 of the biggest fish. And you know what that means? We didn't win. On day 2, we're getting ready to go out, and Sam Moore from Sam Moore Media is like, Rick, we got to do something. What are we going to do? I'm like, no, we got to do something. All right, fine. We'll put something up. Travis, he's the smallmouth guy. Top 5 smallmouth angler on the planet was like, I am not going to be outdone. This is bullshit. I'm going to win. All day long, I'm like, Travis. He's like, he heard nothing. Travis heard, I've got to redeem myself and get a shot at the title because I'm Travis. I'm Smallmouth Crush. And it was like, how those, what's it called? Spot lock? Whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Travis had spot lock on the brain. he saw smallmouth. He had to capture it, and he did. And so it was an epic day. It was an epic battle, and thankfully we had Epic Eric on a legendary lake, and we had a really great time. So let's see it. Oh, I see it. Eric Glasso from Capitol Heights, Maryland. Let's get this guy in the phone and let's hear about his experience, because I'd like to get his take on this thing. So let's welcome Eric to the show. Eric, how's it going, bro?
Man, great, man. I've been watching the whole time. I have to say that I've been on a few podcasts, and I certainly don't remember Travis calling in or commenting on one of my streams when I head over to the Bass Studio or the show or Bait Man Live. So that's okay. I did tune in, man. I've been enjoying it, man. That stream of consciousness of that one caller was fan-freaking-tastic.
Amazing.
Stupid tube. So how you guys doing?
We're good, man. How are you?
Real good.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite. I was really hoping BTC's cover wouldn't be blown so he could try to do a ruse on Travis, man. And by the way, Travis, you would have figured out that rooster question, man. You're like, let's see, the egg is in the center of the road. But you're right. Whale is not a fish, it's a mammal. So you got
100%.
that right, man. I hear you, man.
Eric,
I wouldn't
give me
have been able to answer that question
two
either.
fishing-related questions and try to stump me right now, and you get a $50 Monster Bass gift card.
Okay, what was the name of that jerk bait I was throwing in New York?
That
I caught a largemouth
one you caught
in
the
front of you
largemouth
on.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, you got me.
Thunderstick.
$50.
Nope.
What was it, Eric? Because I'm curious. I thought it was the jackal. Is it a jackal?
No, the one that JP DeRose turned you on to through the podcast that we both bought and I didn't throw, but put another one on. What? It's not that one.
No.
Come on, man. You got this. Think.
I don't, Eric.
Travis?
It's one of my favorite bait brands. It's
Monster Bass?
JDM, man.
Damn it.
It's JDM, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know I like throwing JDM. What's my favorite chatterbait that's JDM?
Oh, I know. OSP.
Close.
Jawbreaker.
Emakatsu.
Emakatsu.
Boom.
Deep State
What's
Purple.
the name of it?
Deep State Purple.
Emakatsu.
Emakatsu Sledge.
Damn it.
Oh, by the way, real quick, Eric, I got one
78.
negative comment, maybe more now since
Do I
I've
win?
been on the live stream, have been able to monitor the YouTube channel.
What?
We did post our latest video of salmon fishing. We fished off the bank with Capeway Kent and Epic Eric up in New York before the Monster Bass trip, and they upsetted me because I snagged the fish, and they just got my nerves. And so I threw the fish back aggressively, although I was in control of how that fish landed in the water. It was deep enough, and he went headfirst just like a diver would off of a diving platform. The fish was not harmed in that video. I just want to get that off my chest.
That's right. And it revived him.
Yes. No salmon were harmed.
Yeah, you properly oxygenated that fish. That's right.
However, Eric's salmon got eaten up because those other guys on the bank wanted a piece of that and put it on the grill that night.
They did, man. They took that thing. I mean, that salmon's going to die. And so, it could be river food for however it feeds the river, or it could be a good meal for several nights for an entire family or many families in New York, as you said.
I said we helped the needy in upstate New York. We fed them with some salmon, for sure.
Wow.
That's right.
That's pretty nice.
That's right.
It is.
That's right.
It is.
Nah, man, that trip was extraordinary.
Eric,
the trip was extraordinary. What else? What else?
It was amazing. It was an amazing trip. Rick, again, man, everything. I know it took a lot of time and energy on your end to put all this together. So I want to do it again. I'm addicted to what
Fishing?
went on. Well, besides that, man, it was pretty cool hanging out with a bunch of dudes in a house.
Hey, look at
the
that.
whole experience, man. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you to Rafi, behind the scenes, man, his unsung hero of the trip. Got his first smallmouth, PB smallmouth.
His first muskie, his first walleye, his first goby, his first fall fish.
Yeah, it's the St. Lawrence Slam. It's the St. Lawrence Slam. He
Yeah.
got it. St. Lawrence Slam. He did. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Crazy.
Hey, by the way, before I forget, because I don't want to forget this, I gotta put a big announcement out, guys. November 22nd, the whole crew over on my channel, Smallmouth Crush, live. We're gonna do a live show 8 p.m. November 22nd Eastern. We're gonna have everybody from the trip on at once. That could get crazy. But I'm looking forward to that one.
That's gonna be stellar.
That'll be fun.
When's the last time you guys laughed that hard?
Man, it's been a long time.
It was extraordinary. I mean, tears of joy. I mean, the fishing was spectacular, but the camaraderie, the storytelling was just at another level, man. I can't wait to tell the ghost story on Sunday night. Our ghostly encounter with spirits on the Black River.
Rick, do you got any ghost stories?
I've got lots of ghost stories.
Really?
Yeah.
We might have to have you on.
Please do.
Halloween night. Do you really have one? Like a real one?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Rick, so check this out. The guys from St. Croix heard the story, and the national sales manager says, if my brother is here on this podcast or this live stream, he is a paranormal researcher.
That was so funny.
He could
X-Files.
totally dive into
the
this
X-Files.
conversation deep. Oh man. Oh yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Love it. So Eric,
I think Grubbs saw multiple spirits that night in the living room there.
I think Grubb is multiple spirits. I mean, I don't know about that. That's a whole episode
Everybody
in itself.
had spirits living up in their body. There was a lot of spirit imbibing for sure.
So tell me about your experience. So you guys went to Mickey's Tackle Shop in North Syracuse. I heard you scored.
Man, we really did, Rick. You know, when we looked
Rick,
yeah.
I got this magazine from 1963 in mint condition.
Yeah.
I mean, keep talking, Eric, while I just show my finds from this tackle store.
Yeah.
I mean,
what did that cost you? Like $2?
$5.
Yeah.
And then here's the coolest thing, and I can go.
We could have negotiated pretty.
I bought this old map from 1981.
Yeah.
A chart book.
Yeah.
Of the St. Lawrence River in Lake Ontario, and it's got. Look at that. I mean, honestly, as an angler, this is stuff I will be studying over to try to gain an upper edge of some things that I may have missed or didn't see, or there could be an old factory pipe or something that comes out from way back in the day that's not listed on new maps. Like this is golden right here. The amount of information on old maps can be unreal. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I told you, you could walk into that place and it was like time stood still.
For sure. Not anymore, because we bought everything old in that place.
Did you get to go into the back? Did you go into the back and let him open up and show you all the crap he's got?
Oh, we did more than that, didn't we, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I go, Eric, we're gonna swing in here real quick. We didn't get out of there till 3 hours later.
Travis kept looking at me going, I think we overstayed our welcome, and then we stayed another hour.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean, Rapalas from the 1960s in the box from Finland.
Yeah,
Where do you find them? He goes, you're lucky. These just came in. You know, so for all you Rapala fans, I mean, if you can find a Finnish-made Rapala, it's certainly quality. The Ireland-made Rapalas, and some of you, for any shad wraps, definitely. If you look at it, it'll say Ireland on the lip or Finland. Those are some of the better made ones. So if you're looking for really true running baits that are vintage, focus on the Finland or Island Rapalas, man. So it was awesome, man. Some Storm Hottentots that were in the original packaging. I got a 3/4 ounce Cordell Spot, and the Sharky Starfish, man. They're gems, Rick. Gems, man. Some old bandits.
Yeah.
That had the EWG mustads on them, and with a small dot on the eye. So if you're a bandit fan, arguably the Bandit 200 is one of the best mid-diving crankbaits ever made. They catch the heck out of it. They have the Bandit 300. And if you're looking for the older ones on eBay, what you want to look for is the EWD trebles that are mustad. And, it has a smaller dot on the eye, the pupil of the eye. That's a dead giveaway for an bandit. So get yourself some. We got those cheap.
Information overload,
So
Eric.
thank you.
Damn.
No, man. Thank you, Rick and Rafi, for recommending Mickey's, man. It was truly a treasure trove and a fun experience for me, man. Awesome.
No,
I also picked this book up.
Yeah.
Ontario Lakes and Tributaries, 1978. Yep.
Looks like some nice nighttime reading with you and your wife.
Right.
Are there pictures?
Yeah, we got Randy there with a salmon.
I mean, what's not to like about Randy with the salmon?
That's right. Anyways,
Yeah, we did some
Eric,
video
by the way,
snippets
you
in
have
the
a
store,
beautiful
man.
radio
Awesome.
voice. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Eric?
No.
Yeah,
I
sounds
do.
great. Sounds great.
All right,
Different
wait a
vibe.
minute. You're talking about AM radio, Eric, right?
I'm fine with that, man. Put me back on, man. We did the AM
Oh, man.
980 for the Bass Cat.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Wow. Check that out. That's awesome stuff.
All right, well, Eric, I do want to report that Travis has not said the word "but" one time on this episode, and I'd like to give a big shout out to his wife for helping him with that one. So good for you.
Mine in the store, man. We had a really good conversation. I thought it was breakthrough stuff that weekend on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
And had a great brainstorming session on the Smallmouth Crush brand and collabs potentially with MONSTERBASS and others. And I got to tell you, man, he's charged up, working like he's never worked before. So all you people out there listening to Smallmouth Crush and love what he does, I don't think you've seen the best of him yet. So I'm proud of him, man.
Hard to work this week, that's for sure.
And I've got a question from someone right here on my phone.
Nice.
Are we going to see a smallmouth bag from Travis?
Man, I hope so.
It
got to
would
be Smallmouth Crush approved.
It would, if we can do something like that, I think it would be amazing, because I think for the viewers and listeners here that seen this podcast, you guys know I'm consumed by
YES
fishing and the proper way to fish and how to fish, and there's so much that goes into it. And a lot of people ask me, why do you want to give up all your secrets? And I think about that a lot, but I think there's so much room for growth in this sport, and quite honestly, it makes me fish at a higher level. If I just go on a live stream and talk to you about this particular bait that I'm crushing them on right now, I know a majority, not say majority, but a high percentage of anglers that I might be competing against that following week perhaps may have that technique. I know for a fact that some things like that have happened. And it just makes me fish even harder. It keeps me, because I crave that competition, and I don't like to lose, man. I get pretty moody, Eric, don't I, at times? But because
man, you were, as Rick mentioned earlier, you were a man possessed trying to win day 2, and we did.
But listen, we all have bad days on the water, and I'm actually, I think I can overcome that a little bit better than I have in the past. But it's that drive, and I think you have to have those bad days to make you want to keep coming back and wonder. I mean, listen, Eric, we went to Lake Champlain the day before the MONSTERBASS crew arrived, and we got our butts kicked in, bro.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. Got stuck on a rock pile, fought through the rain. Crazy.
Yeah, though, the reality, though, Travis, is like you said, you don't want to give up all your spots and all your secrets. You can give up all your spots and all your secrets, but at the end of the day, you still have to execute. You were giving me all your spots and all your secrets, and I just failed to execute. There's some God-given talent, and at the end of the day, I can have all the spots and all the secrets, but it's time spent on the water, right? Like, I can watch all the videos of Tiger Woods swinging a golf club, but if I don't swing a golf club 1,000 times, I'm never gonna, I'm not gonna be as good as Tiger Woods. The fact of the matter is, you can easily give up all your secrets and all your skills, but someone's got to go out and actually like follow through and put that technique to work. So I don't think there's anything about giving it up. I think it's a matter of, I thank you for giving it up. Now it's a matter of how bad do I want it?
Yeah.
And clearly, like,
anyone who's listening can do what I do. You know what I mean? Like it's time on the water, and it's learning how your baits. There's so much more than just casting a bait out and retrieving. I mean, that's the biggest thing I can say. And I mean, that's and we said that before, Eric. Because I guide, so I see every day anglers on my boat, and I can tell you immediately where their weaknesses are and areas that they need to improve on. And once you get that under, dude, I suck still all the time. Like there's areas of improvement, and I think that's great about fishing is it's always changing. There's not a set of rules in fishing. There's never a set of rules in fishing. These things have their mind of their own, and if we think they're figured out, would I like to think every fish is colorblind based on that one caller? Yeah, man. I would fantasize about that. That would be the coolest thing in the world. I want the most amount of I want some type of edge. And as soon as you think you have it figured out, you don't. How many times have you cracked them on an area during a specific time of year, and then it's a pattern, it's a specific reason why they were there, and it's in November, and so you have a good week or two, and then all you do is you kind of think about that throughout the whole year, and you go back there in November the following year, and they ain't there, right? We've all been there. Like, have you ever done that? Like you find them, and it's a seasonal pattern, and then the next year they're not even there. It's like that blows your mind. Like, what the heck? That's anticipation for a whole year, dude, leading up to that day. Like, Eric, when I took you down to those spots at the southern end of Lake Ontario, remember we drove an hour and a half one way, and I made you go out before a big thunderstorm, and I went to an area, and I said, Eric, you're going to catch 100 fish here, and I don't even have to move the boat. And I idled over that spot, and look, what did the graph show?
Nothing.
Not a damn
Zero.
thing. How do you explain yourself to that?
Not even a perch.
Epic Eric drives 8 hours to come up fishing with Smallmouth Crush, and I can't even find a fish. It happens.
All right. Well, listen.
It's true, and that's the magic of fishing. It's awesome.
We're gonna take one last question. It's been a great show, but I want to be respectful of Travis's time. I mean, he's been gone for a few days. He needs to spend some time with. No, you need to spend some time with your family, and go have some quality time with your wife before you go like string up your rods or do something with your tubes or something weird like that.
Right.
Last question before we say goodbye to Eric, Travis. Are dinosaurs real?
Absolutely not.
All right.
That's what I thought when the earlier question happened. The largest fish to swim the earth, he'd have to go back to the megalodon.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just was waiting for it, but he didn't reveal it.
The megalodon's real, Eric. Listen,
Okay,
we're not going to turn this in. You know what? You triggered me, Rick. That's what you're doing. You're
Did I?
triggering me, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, here's the deal. Here's my promise to you. I apologize for triggering you, and I'd like to invite you out to California for a meeting so that we can talk about your triggers around dinosaurs and how I might be able to help you with that. But
let's do it.
And whatever you choose, that's up to you.
Love it.
Okay. All right. Listen, Eric, thanks for tuning in. I apologize to your wife that you weren't able to watch something really cool on Netflix. And that you're forced to stare.
We did that last night.
What are you watching?
I still owe you a call.
Who, me?
We're watching a couple series, man. We're trying to tune back the morning show.
Oh, good show, Gojo.
Oh, is that what it's called on
Yeah.
Apple?
You owe me a call?
Man, I love season 1. It's fantastic. I do.
No, you owe me an email.
Well, that's true. I have some thoughts on that, so I need to talk to you.
Oh, God, that's
a call. So I'll talk to both.
Cripe. All right, fine. All right, listen, Eric, we'll talk tomorrow. Thanks for calling in. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for you coming on the show, you participating in this weekend. Look forward to seeing you again. And
man, honored to be there and thankful that I got the invite to come along with Travis, man. It was very generous of you. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Have a great night. Oh my God, he dropped him. I'm just kidding. Woof, wow. All right. Well, listen, Travis.
We covered a lot.
I understand. Like, our show is only a couple hours long. Yours is 4. I'm going to give you like 2 hours of your life back so that maybe you can go and,
right.
You know, and
well, I gotta look up the stupid tube. That'll consume most of my night.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Listen, can I just put it out there? Your wife wants to look up the stupid tube, and she wants to talk to you about that. So why don't you go talk to her instead of going to Tackle Warehouse and looking up the stupid tube?
Fine.
All right, bro. Listen, I can't wait to fish with you again. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for helping organize this great trip to the St. Lawrence. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. And man, I look forward to what's coming in 2022 for you and for me. So
absolutely.
Have a great night and crush some of those Nancy drinks of yours.
White Claws. All right, guys.
All right, bro.
All right, see you.
All right. Thank you. All right. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. We went 2.5 hours tonight. We had a great show. It was such a good show. It was really good. We got some golden tickets. I'm going to give away a couple more right now. The next one is V7825Y4534. Thank you guys for sticking around, tuning in. How many people are online right now? Oh my God. Thank you. You know, we do this every Thursday. We have great guests. Next week, my guest is going to be none other than Sam Sobey. We're going to talk about everything: ice fishing, Minnesota fishing, I don't know, drunken Taco Bell, whatever this guy does. It'll be fun. But I'm excited to have him on the show. Thanks to Travis and Eric and Burley and Paul and Larry Melton Jr. and Grubbs for making the trip out to the St. Lawrence. We had a great time. Thanks for Rafi for putting it all together. And thank you for, what the hell is his name? Chief Ruffle Feathers for putting us on some bass. And for Rafi snagging his 40-pound muskie. We're going to make sure that we share that with you guys as we go along the way. We had a great time tonight. And as always, I love you guys. Thank you for being part of the Monster Bass community. I couldn't do this without you. And I hope to see you next week. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, my God.